Hello everyone. Today in this presentation we will explore about generics in Java. Generics are powerful feature introduced in Java file that is JDK 1.5 that allows us to write code that can work with a variety of data types. Now let's see what are all the contents we are going to discuss in this presentation. Firstly, we'll introduce about the generics in Java, what is generics and all. Next, the benefits of using generics, basic syntax of using generics. Next, generic methods, how to write the generic methods, limitations of using generic methods. Next, conclusion. So let's begin with our presentation. Initially, what are generics? Generics are essential blueprints for classes, interfaces, and methods. These blueprints use placeholders represented by angle braces to specify the type that will be used later. When we create an object or use a method with a generic type, we can provide the specific type we want to use. This approach ensures type safety at compile time, as the compiler can verify that the types being used are compatible. Accordingly, generics promote code reusability by allowing us to write code that can work with different data types without needing to rewrite it for each type. Next is benefits of generics. Type safety. During the compile time, type checking reduces the runtime errors. Next, elimination of cast. There is no need for explicit casting. This is one of the best important benefit. Code reusability. It's creating a generic algorithms that work with different data types. There is no need to rewrite the code again and again. Maintainability. It's easier to extend by adding new data types, and the centralized logic makes the code base simpler to manage. Now let's see the basic syntax of generics. So here is the example of a generic class with the class name box, and here T is a placeholder for the type that will be specified when the class is instantiated. That is when the objects are created, when the object of this class is created. Private T, T here small t represents the variable name, and public void set, this is the set and get methods. Next is generic methods. So here is an example how we can use the generic methods. Public static T in the angle braces, it represents the placeholder for the method's parameter type. Void print array T of array input array. Here print array is the method name and T is the data type. We can use int, string, char. That it is defined on the instantiating the classes, that is while creating the object of the class. Input array, it is the name of the array. For loop is created here. T element, T specifies the data type. Element, it is the variable used for loop. In input array, system.out.println, it specifies the all the elements in the input array. Next is limitations of using generics in Java. First is type erasure. Generics are implemented using type erasure, which means that generic type information is removed at runtime. Example, here it is an example which provides the list of string and integer with the string list and integer list names. And here if condition is created where string list dot get class and integer list dot get class is compared, and they are printing equal. If it is equal, both the get classes are equal. Here in this, Despite being parameterized with different classes, that is string and integer, integer list and string list are considered as equal because of type erasure. So next, second limitation is we cannot create instance of a type parameters. That is, we cannot create a generic type parameter, that is the object of a generic type parameter. So here is an example of it which explain that we cannot create a object of a generic type parameter. Public class box is it is the name of the class with type parameter as t, and private t initial data type t with variable small t, that is initializing the variable t. Next, public box, that is the constructor. As we can see, the name of the method and this class name is same, both are same, so this is considered as the constructor of this class, and we are initiating the variable t with the object specifying the parameter. So this is which gives an error during the compile time. We cannot create the object of the type parameter. So this explains the code. Next, the third limitation is generics cannot use primitive types. Generics only work with reference types, not with primitive types. So here is the example which shows that generics use only that cannot use primitive types. So here we are creating the list with int list name, and we are giving the data type as int, so which throws an error during the compile time. So same with the same int list, if we are giving the integer data type, then there is no error. So these are the limitations of using the generic in Java. So in conclusion, generics provide a powerful tool for writing reusable, type-safe and maintainable code. In real-world applications, they help in reducing code duplication and improving code quality. So this was all about the generics in Java in this presentation. Thank you.